Hey folks, I'm here to shoot a mail video. Gotten some cool stuff. Most of this video, I'm usually all over the map genre wise. For the most part, we're going to be Christian metal. Got a few mainstream metal things and then one kind of Christian rock item. So, Jake is trying to get comfy back there, and we're going to settle in and look at some stuff. All right, so first up, it is the beginning of a new year. It took me a while to get my new calendar in, but I've got my new calendar now, so I'm going to have to retire. Eddie, it was a good calendar for my Iron Maiden calendar. It was a good one for 2018, but 2018's over. This calendar was pretty cool. It was Eddie every month. Really liked that one. And then, of course, in the back, another favorite of mine. Let's see here. Was this one November or October? Made me think of all my new buddies up in Canada, Blackmore Rules, guys like that. Well, and some of my American buddies that love hockey, but with them wearing that Canadian jersey, made me think of Blackmore Rules. So thanks, Iron Maiden. It was a good 2018. So, the replacement. What is the replacement? Well, this year, the replacement is Kiss. This is the collector's edition. Not sure what makes it a collector's edition. It is unique. It is the first calendar I've ever gotten that's kind of in a container. So that is the container it slides in and out of. And so one thing I got was this little mini calendar. Not sure what I'll do with it, but it's got some cool pics in it. Let's see. Here we go. Check that out. That's a pretty famous picture. I I couldn't do that. That was too high up in the air. Paul. Some of them are band shots, and then there we go. That's a pretty famous picture as well. Seen that a lot. That's the mini calendar. The main calendar is basically the classic album covers. They are done in kind of, I don't know if you can see that, but they're kind of done in that, what they called, I guess, distressed, where they've kind of made it look old. As you can see on the edges, this brand new calendar, that's just the way that they made it. Like I said, basically just the classic album covers. Destroyer looks pretty cool. I don't see the solo minus the solo. So that's Kiss. There's the back. So if you want to see what's what. That's my calendar. That's 2000, and that will go up on the wall right above here. Goes right up there on that panel, and then it'll go up right as soon as I film this. Before we get into the CDs, got some book action. Eddie DeGarmo, A Rebel for God. Can't wait to get into this book. There's not too many books that I'm aware of that deal, with Christian rock. So, an autobiography from one of the guys in one of the main Christian rock bands, that's pretty awesome. He also was a record exec for a long time as well. He was one of the guys that broke DC Talk. I want to say he helped break Switchfoot, but I'm not sure. I'd have to do some research on that. Yeah, so that's Eddie DeGarmo, one half of the Christian rock band DeGarmo and Key. One of the great rock bands. I always considered DeGarmo and Key one of the, if you want to talk about big fours, to me, they were one of the big four Christian rock bands of the 80s. DeGarmo and Key, Petra, Whiteheart, and Mile and Lefevre and Broken Heart. So, there you go. Eddie DeGarmo. I'll be talking more about that because I think I want to do an artist profile on DeGarmo and Key at some point. All right, so let's get into these CDs. The first one came from Rox Records. It's Emerald. This is Armed for Battle. I may kick myself. I looked at this. There weren't many copies, but there were copies left on vinyl. Emerald is a reissue of a album from the late 80s. I was not aware of who they were, so I didn't pick up the vinyl. Got it, listened to it a little bit, thought, oh, I like that. And then when I got it, I really liked it. And I may be kicking myself for not having picked up the vinyl when I had the chance. But if you want to see the vinyl, Jeff McCormick showed it recently. I'll put a link to that video down below. In case you want to see the track listing. Great album. That's Emerald, Armed for Battle. Alright, so now this next stack, right about the time that the new year came around, Boone's Overstock ran a sale. No shipping. And I had just gotten paid. I was a little surprised at how big the check was because usually I was expecting a little bit because usually this is about the time of the year that the company I work for, you're only allowed to carry so many hours of vacation, and at the end of the year they pay you off. And I guess I just didn't take much time at all off because I got a really nice one. So what I decided to do was when that sale hit, I thought, you know what, I'm going to place. I lit up Scott's No Life for Metal with my right around Black Friday. So this time I'm hitting up Boone's Overstock. I'm going to fill some holes in my collection. I love my Christian metal, so this is what I did. Bride, Skin for Skin, I must be a real geek. Every time I look at this cover, I look at that figure and I think about the Red Tornado, superhero, DC Comics superhero. And that's obviously not the Red Tornado. Let's see, maybe I can get you. I try to get a good shot. My camera does a fairly decent job of. It's fairly clear, so I try to get you all a look at the track listing if you want to pause it and look. Then I also picked up Bride Incorruptible. Both of these were retroactive releases. Both of them in the kind of digipack. This one folds out. Bride being well, they used to be a Louisville-based band. But just great band. And I think these two albums mean that I have all of their major studio recordings, I believe. I think what I'm missing now, I'm missing, they've got I think there are like 4 volumes of Lost Reels. And I need to talk to somebody and see if those are any good or not. I don't think they're studio albums. I think they're just be like demos or something. So I need to talk to somebody and see if they're any good, if they're worth having or not. I have seen them. I think I saw a bundle for $25 or $30, but I just don't know if I want to go after those or not. Guardian, first watch. I had this on cassette back in the day. Retroactive release. One of my favorite Guardian albums. Let's see here. I don't know. Mine must have some kind of OCD or something. I just like things look right side up. So, great metal band. The next two I actually have on vinyl. And I don't know why I didn't pick up the cassettes when I picked up the vinyl, but I didn't. So I picked up Haven, Your Dying Day, again on retroactive. Most of these are retroactive releases. And then Age of Darkness. This one's actually in a jewel case. And then, of course, I already had Haven 3 on disc, so don't know if they'll put that one out on vinyl or not. So that filled that hole. And then these next two, I thought about getting them on vinyl, but you know, the sad truth is you can't get everything. So rather than go after the vinyl, I decided I'd go after more if I go after the CDs. So that's what I did. Sacrament, Haunts of Violence. This is a retroactive release. I believe they put this out on a really nice red vinyl. I got the CD. And then Sacrament, Testimony of the Apocalypse, or Testimony of Apocalypse. Sacrament. And then finally, I already had this Seventh Angel, the Torment. These are, I would love to have these on vinyl too, but again, I could get more just by getting the CDs, so that's what I opted for. But I imagine these covers probably look incredible on vinyl. But so I already had that one. So in order to fill a couple more holes, I picked up this. This is Seventh Angel Lament for the Weary. Again, another great cover. And then Seventh Angel, The Dust of Years. That's in a digipack. There we go. And that is what I picked up from Boone's Overstock. So, that ends this video. We'll definitely be shooting some more this weekend. Hopefully my energy will hold up long enough. So for me, for Jay, Aretha is sleeping. So we're going to call it a night, and we'll see you soon. Have a great weekend.